Oh, it's an appointment with Dr. Penis.
Dr. Penis.
And
He does house calls. He'll do out in the woods calls.
He'll go anywhere.
Welcome, horrible people, to our horribly timed Valentine's episode of the Horrible Opinions podcast. As always, I'm your exactly on time, got here when I planned to be host, Kenny.
I've been waiting here for 4 days, waiting to record.
And who are you?
I'm Daniel.
Oh, thank God. Yeah, we thought Kenny pulled an Elvis. And do people really like Valentine's Day chocolate? Discuss. I'm Ryan.
I do.
Oh.
I don't like
Well, you don't like I don't like the dark chocolate in the mix, but I'll put, if it's got coconut on it, man, I'm a smash that.
I can't have nuts.
You can have D's.
Yeah. Wait, those?
Is that a brand of nuts?
These nuts. Got him! And today we're talking about 2009's My Bloody Valentine remake. So, let's break some hearts, fellas. Okay, fellas, let's get into the My Bloody Valentine remake. Did any of you watch it in 3D?
No.
Ever?
No.
Would you consider watching it in 3D after watching this?
How would I do that?
No, would you consider it? Not accomplish it, consider it.
I would consider it.
Okay, well, it's on my movie shelf in the basement. It has the shitty 3D glasses in it. It's still.
I'm not
style.
putting stupid glasses on. They'll make me look dumb.
To who? The wallpaper?
Yeah.
We don't have wallpaper. We are classy people.
Oh, I'm sorry. To whoever's hiding in your walls?
He hasn't been here in a while. I put up wallpaper.
No, it has to be made out of asbestos. We don't half-ass it in our house.
You know, asbestos is really interesting, actually.
Is it?
Yeah.
Tell me.
Because it's like really good at a lot of things. So like it gets its hooks and things, right?
Yeah.
And that's awesome. Except if you breathe it in, because then it gets its hooks in your lungs, and that's not good. It's really cool.
And does what it's supposed to do.
Yeah.
Like hella good.
Yeah.
So maybe we're the problem. And
I would
not
say we are the
asbestos.
problem and not asbestos. Yeah. In
Yep.
fact, I'm running for the next open seat in something, and I'm running on a pro asbestos platform.
Head cafeteria lunch lady.
It's gonna be me.
It's gonna be me.
It's
We're
gonna
the
be
best
me.
Asbestos and everything. I better believe it.
If you give it to him young enough,
Oh,
Yeah, they
go
won't
on.
grow old to have any problems with it.
eventually, like one kid will like mutate, and that'll be like his X-Man superpower, while all the other ones die out, and then he's gonna pass his superpower genes on to the next generation, and boom, Dino DNA.
Dino DNA. No, I watched this in 3D in theaters, actually, way back in the day.
Who
It was
ass?
It was good. It was good. When the movie is intentionally like written and filmed to be in 3D, like it's almost always phenomenal. When they just kind of shoehorn it in, like
Yeah,
after
they
the
were
big 3D
throwing stuff at the screen.
Yeah,
I could tell.
What was it? What was it? The last when the first Avatar came out and it was the newer 3D technology. Then everything after that had to also be 3D for like a hot minute there. You can tell which ones were made for it.
I was gonna
And which
ask
ones just kinda had it
what year
shoehorned
Avatar
in.
came out.
2009.
Isn't that the same year as this?
This is the same year as this, but
So how do we know, like, My Bloody Valentine didn't start the 3D trend? You know? Think about it.
yeah, okay, yeah. So we went with the remake. We'll do the original at some other point.
I won't.
We got ourselves like a hot young CW cast looking motherfuckers in this. This is like at the CW's like, hey, we want to make a horror flick a show and make it good, and this is what we got. Because I mean, we got some names. We got Jensen Ackles.
I was hoping you were gonna start with the older actors.
Oh yeah, we got Tom Atkins.
Yeah,
got some
Tom
hot-
Atkins.
We got some hot
Tom
CW
Atkins.
actors. Tom
As soon
Atkins.
as I saw Tom, I was like, holy shit, yes.
Yeah, everyone loves Tom Atkins.
Yeah, that's
Daniel,
it.
you know Tom Atkins from something, don't you,
That's
buddy?
the name I recognized.
He's in a lot of things. What do you mean?
Yeah, he's in a lot of things.
What were you thinking I specifically knew him from?
Halloween 3,
Or the fog.
Night of the Creeps.
Or that squirrel who watches you
seen-
as you work out.
I
don't
have
know.
seen none of these movies you just said.
Oh.
Maniac Cop,
Nope.
Lethal Weapon.
Yeah.
You've seen none of those movies?
Nope.
Not even the original The Fog.
Nope.
Hmm.
Or Halloween 3?
Nope.
Well, There will
Man, you're
there will be a Halloween reckoning, so don't worry about
There
that.
will be a reckoning.
Escape from New York?
I've seen Escape from New York.
The ninth configuration.
Why are we doing this?
Because you pull the Jadar on me, buddy.
Oh, is he in Spider-Man?
It might have been. Oh God.
Hey, I got some mining questions for you. Are you ready?
Oh God. Okay.
Can I ask, what does bleeding the line mean?
Okay, we'll get to that. Hold on.
Is that one of your questions?
No, that's
Oh.
but I can explain that too. So my first question is: carbon dioxide gas is also known as black damp, deep, gob, or sump.
To who?
Miners.
Oh, sump.
I also want to say some.
It is black damp.
Oh shit.
Next
Why?
question: what
But
carries
you can't
the
see
what?
it, can you?
Yeah, that's why I didn't pick that because I'm like, it's not. It's colorless and odorless, is it not?
It's black damp.
I don't understand.
I don't understand. Well, we're not miners. We're not
That
meant to
you know
understand.
what? That is true. Although I'm
That's a
thinking
good
about
point.
being a miner.
So here's your next question for you non-miners. What carries the workers into and out of the mine? Is it a cuddy, a loader, a plane, or a rake?
Rake.
Man, we're just on the same page because I also want to say a rake.
Ding,
Are
ding,
we just
ding.
picking the last
You
one?
got it. It is a rake. Last question, where the points
Yeah.
double and the
Oh.
consequences get extreme. Are you ready? All right.
We both only have 1 point, right?
You both only have one, then you're sharing it, so it's like half a point. Here we go.
Why
The hard-
are we sharing it?
You know how you share
Yeah,
your...
you're right.
Yeah.
If anything, I should get 3/4 of the point, and he should get 1/4 because
Why?
I was quicker.
No, it's
Oh.
not quick. I was just waiting for you to answer. Out of
Rock
politeness.
all over again.
Out of out of politeness, so we didn't talk over each other.
Oh, you're such a polite little guy. You remind me a lot of Frank the Trucker.
Yeah. The hardwood block used as temporary roof support is known as Brattis, Chalk, Collier, or Manway.
Collier.
Hey, Brattis.
It is chalk.
Oh shit.
So I'm
That's what I
afraid
said.
you're gonna have to hand in your pickaxes, hand in your
Oh
gas
my
masks,
God.
your overalls.
My
You are not-
family's depending on this.
You are
job,
not
this
ready
money.
to bleed the line. All right.
Okay, well, what is a bleed? What is that? What does that mean? It sounds important.
It's very important.
What is it?
So
I don't know.
They have
That's
to-
why I'm asking.
they have to manage the gases down there because there's various gases you can encounter depending on the type.
Because
of
of all
mine.
the men and their diets down there.
Yeah, it's so gross. So they when you bleed a line, you're letting the air out. You're letting the gas
So-
out. So
When you bleed a line, you like cut a little hole in the butt flap.
yeah, it's like
Kinda.
it's old timey medicine. You get the bad blood out. So I'm guessing it's a system in place towards the top of the mine where they
You're
can,
guessing?
well, yeah, I'm not a miner, where they can relieve the gas in a safe area.
This just sounds like bullshit. If you're just
He's
guessing.
pretty
I mean, it
accurate,
is.
Daniel.
That's
Actually,
probably
you never
right.
had to bleed the line. In,
This is
like,
how
one of the
people get
hoses in the
hurt.
car?
Well, when you don't bleed, it's how people get hurt.
No, you guessing on how to bleed is what gets people hurt.
Oh no, if I was there, I would Google it.
Tom. Well,
Tom.
Google wasn't a thing yet. That's not
Okay,
true.
Tom shouldn't have known. His family owns the mine.
Tom is just—he's a piece of work.
Unless this is actually a crossover. He didn't do anything wrong, but this is one of those mines where the dragon from Reign of Fire was sleeping.
That's fair. Yeah. Okay. Who's got the synopsis for me? Let's get into this movie.
Can I give the synopsis for Reign of Fire?
When we do that movie, maybe. But I actually want the synopsis for Reign Over Me.
It's got. Oh wait, what is that?
That's the one with Adam Sandler and Don Cheadle.
Nah, pass.
Okay.
Shadow of the Colossus makes an appearance in that game or that movie. Yeah. Okay. My Bloody Valentine. We got Tommy Boy coming back to his hometown on the 10th
Are
anniversary.
you skipping the synopsis, or what's happening right now?
This is a synopsis.
But
You missed. You cut out a huge. It's not a big chunk of
Hold
the
on.
movie, but it's.
Did you let me finish?
Let
No,
him cook,
because
Ryan.
you said
Quit
Tommy Boy,
interrupting.
and I thought you had like stroked and were giving us the synopsis of Tommy Boy.
Okay. Let me cook, damn it.
Is that the one? I get that one and Black Sheep all mixed up.
Tommy Boy was first.
The one with the one with the sheep in New Zealand and then bites off
No,
the
no,
guy's
no, no,
penis
no.
and it says you little bastard.
No.
We'll do that movie. Tom returns to his hometown on the 10th anniversary of the Valentine's Night Massacre that claimed like the lives of 22 people. That's what it specifically said when I read it earlier. He gets back because he wants to sell the family mine, which, people aren't going to like that because it's a mining town. The murders start back up. He's kind of the main suspect. His old girlfriend that was there with him at the mines is now with the douchebag boy who was also there and survived the mines, who he's the sheriff now. So obviously there's going to be a lot of tension between those. We got the old fuddy-duddies in the town who are like, nah, man, it can't be Killer Man Harry Warden because we know we killed him.
Is it just not what's happening?
I'm setting up the players, and
this is why you don't do the synopsis.
This, you snoozed and you lose.
I thought Ryan was gonna do it.
And then we got, good old shenanigans, hijinks, 3D massacre all across town. Romance ain't dead.
It's not.
Dr. Penis is in town.
Oh. Does he make house calls?
Yeah, in his father's house. My father's house. Oh, God. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's great. Look,
that's pretty good, Kenny. You just left out the fact where at the beginning of the movie, Tommy is responsible for killing... Well, I guess he's not actually responsible for killing everyone. He just causes the cave-in because he didn't bleed the line, and then which causes Harry Warden to go crazy, and he axe picks everyone.
Well, they say he didn't bleed the line. We don't know if he did or not. I'm not a minor.
Synopsis, though. I left out a lot of stuff.
Harry pretty much.
Did you?
Because
I feel like the episode's over. We're done here.
Well, Ryan says I missed a part that I intentionally didn't do. Okay.
Oh, so you intentionally did it poorly. As bold.
I intentionally did a synopsis. Okay. not the.
For those of you who can't
notes.
see, he just did like spreading jazz hands. They probably have a different term for that. I don't know what it is though.
I call it
it's gaping jazz hands.
We're gonna call it making the rainbow.
Jazz hands.
Yeah, you like that?
I tasted the rainbow. Okay, let's set up our players here before we get into this, because we got a real cast here, and we got the names are important in this because there's a lot of like whodunit going around here. So we got our main character Tom Hanniger, played by Jensen Ackles. He's the mine owner's son, and eventually the mine owner himself. He's survivor of the first massacre. He's our resident hottie. He is Dean Winchester. He's Jensen Ackles, ladies and gentlemen. You love him. I love him. We all love him.
He's my favorite high school football coach from Smallville.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. He's a CW mainstay, and I'd hit it. Okay, we got Sarah Palmer, played by Jamie King, and also I'm gonna be less invested in all these people except for Jensen Ackles and Tom Atkins, even though I know
because you're such a big Smallville fan.
I'm a big Smallville fan. I'm the smallest big Smallville fan. We've got I think is it Kerr Smith or Carr Smith? I never actually get that right. Playing the douchebag Axel Palmer, who was another love interest for Tom's girl Sarah, who becomes
2 movies with Axel.
Yeah,
you gotta have Axel.
Axel and Paul pop up all the time.
Now this is another one of those cases where these actors don't age. This is the second, I think, big horror thing Carr was in. He went from being the douchebaggy friend. He kind of got typecasted back in those days. The douchebaggy friend in the original Final Destination. He was Carter.
Oh, okay.
Looking the exact same until they let him grow a little bit of a beard in 2009's My Bloody Valentine. So this is almost 10 years after that, and he doesn't look like he is aged a day. That is phenomenal. Daniel knows him, of course, as Jack McPhee from Dawson's Creek.
I have never seen a single episode of Dawson's Creek.
That really surprises me that you haven't watched Dawson's. Ryan, you watched Dawson's.
I have never missed an episode. What was it?
Yeah, Dawson's Creek.
No, I've never seen that. What, are you kidding me?
You're a huge Vanderbeek fan. Don't you lie to me.
Is he Friday Night Lights?
No, Friday Night Lights is Friday Night Lights.
Oh.
It's a different show.
The other important people we got, probably
How about Irene?
Burke and Ben Foley.
What about Irene?
Is Irene?
Come on.
Is that the grocery store side piece?
No, that's Megan.
Megan.
Irene is dating Axel at the time of the massacre, and Sarah is dating Tom.
Yeah. Well, I didn't consider her a big player.
I'm sorry. she was naked for a good
naked for a lot of the movie.
5 minutes. I'm like, I hope they gave her double what they paid everyone else because
and honestly, she's probably my favorite character.
She was fun.
I mean, it was a fun
She didn't
scene.
take no shit.
I loved it.
Oh, no.
No.
I mean, she had a big moment, but I wouldn't say she's a main player. She gets her props, for sure. We got Burke, played by Tom Atkins,
Burke. Good name.
Motherfucking Tom Atkins, who was the sheriff at the time of the original massacre. And then we have Ben Foley, what was Ben's real? Was he just someone who helped ran the mines?
Like a high up mine official.
Something. I wasn't entirely
Yeah.
sure what. At first, I thought he was somehow a lawyer who was like representing Tom's father's estate or something like that.
Seemed
but
like that.
it was just weird. So, but he had something to do with the mine direct. I don't know.
He's definitely like another father type figure to Tom.
Mine blood.
He is an old mine person.
Yeah.
He's a mine person.
There were a couple of them, and I just stopped paying attention because the movie started and.
The movie goes.
This movie just doesn't fucking let up. It's good.
So the intro, where we're getting all the credits, we are also getting just a massive information dump right on our heads.
The old style like newspaper feeds coming through.
Yes.
Yeah, it's good. It's good stuff. And that old school Lionsgate logo with all the gears turning and I fucking love that intro.
It's nice. It's nice.
It's like when you seen that, like you knew you were in for a good time. But yeah, Ben Foley, played by Kevin Teague. You've seen him in places. I think he always kind of looks like Bill Paxton in a way in the face. So I'd say that's our main cast. But yeah, we get our lore dump, as Daniel so eloquently coined the phrase for us.
What do you mean?
In a previous episode.
Y'all have never heard that before?
I had, but then you said it. I'm like, God, we should use that more often. That's a great term to use.
All right.
For our situation. So we're hanging on it. So
you took a massive lore dump earlier.
Oh yeah, that was a big old lore dump. The newspapers, what are they telling us, Ryan?
They're telling us that there's been an explosion in the mines and miners are trapped. Rescue efforts are on their way. And then they're saying, all but like 5 people were trapped, but 4 have died in the mine in the cave-in, and there's been 1 survivor. And then they tell us, no, looks like the 4 who died have wounds that look like they were murdered with a pickaxe. And then the one lone survivor, Harry Warden, is in a coma, and they think, oh man, he went crazy and just picked his way through all the people. But he's in the hospital, sleeping it off. He's sleeping it off.
Yeah, Tom is specifically saying in the paper, I forgot to bleed the lines, like it's my fault that the explosion happened.
Yeah.
And then Harry Warden, which is a damn good name.
Yeah, I wrote it down because it was a good name.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it's the Hanager Mines.
Is that important?
It's a good name.
Oh, okay. I just didn't know if there was a connection there that I missed.
I didn't see any cool shirts, so I was just writing down cool names.
I didn't make any cool shirt comments either to remind you of, so yeah. I don't, and IMDb doesn't say there's a cool shirt in this one. There's a lot of jumpsuits. So, is it implied that Harry is constantly reliving the start of that night where he's basically giving Tom shit? Tom's like, I know how to do my job, Harry. And then it explodes, and that's when Harry wakes up from his year-long coma. It's been a year since the mine cave-in with those 5 people killed. So we jumped some serious time in this.
To answer your question, no.
Massacres.
No.
No? you don't think he's just been playing that over? Because it recaps, it shows the actual scene.
That's just part of the recap.
And then when the explosion happens, Harry's eyes pop open.
That's just drama. That's just drama, baby. It's all part of the show.
Let's talk about how I think Harry Warden would be able to go toe-to-toe, based on the amount of carnage he causes in this movie and how quickly he can add it up. He'd be able to go toe-to-toe with any of the other greats. Michael Myers, Jason Voorhees.
I mean, like Michael Myers, they both like to be in comas for a while.
Like to be in comas. He gets up in this he wakes up, and when they show the bodies here...
Oh!
They are literally,
oh my God.
Some of them are torn in half. How did he, what? There's blood on all the walls. I've got the scene up right now. I'm replaying it. There's only a torso sitting on the bed. The legs are down on the floor. The nurse is sitting there all just bloody.
Now, we're making a lot of assumptions here.
You don't think Harry?
I don't think he did it.
Well, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... I've seen 7 bodies so far in the hospital.
At no point was he charged and
8.
Put on trial.
This is true.
This is true.
Oh, and in the
he
eyes
was
of
not-
the law and me, he's innocent.
Oh,
That's fair. That's fair.
it's very nice of you.
He
Yeah.
draws our first heart we see on the wall in the
Well,
blood.
someone
Ooh.
draws.
And then we find Tom Atkins pulls back the sheet, and we have the exposed chest of one of the victims, and the heart's been ripped out. And then
Yeah.
there's another heart drawn on the mirror, and I was hoping he would get right in the frame, and he does. Tom gets his face right in the middle of the reflection of the heart.
Yeah.
And then we see the human heart has been put into a Valentine's box of chocolates of hearts. So Harry wakes up a year later, realizes it's still Valentine's Day. Like, oh, it's been 1 year. I should get up now.
And he doesn't know it's a year.
I don't think he. Yeah, I
Well,
think
how
he's
do you know-
just. He's just. He woke up angry.
But how do you
Sometimes,
know it's Valentine's Day?
I think
sometimes
it's
you just
always
wake up
Valentine's
angry.
Day.
It's always Valentine's Day if you're romantic.
Yeah.
You know,
Put a little effort into
Yeah,
he put
I
a
don't
lot of
know,
effort
though.
into it.
it.
I don't think
He was
one
ripping people
person-
apart to find the right gift.
Yeah, how can one person wake up from a coma after a year
I mean, he
and
just
tear
he just
through
did.
a hospital like that,
Well, he did.
like,
and,
and not have
he
like
just
not be able
did.
to be stopped by anybody?
and I appreciate this movie for doing it because it starts and it goes.
He's got to be some sort of like supernatural strong, is what I'm saying. Harry Ward.
Well, no, he worked in the mines.
Yeah, he's been breathing
he
that
hasn't
black
worked
damp.
for a year. Oh god.
Well, they've been doing that muscle therapy to make sure his muscles didn't atrophy and all that. You know, you got to take
Well, you
care
know
of people
what?
when they're in comas.
Oh, that's
Put
nice.
me in a coma so I can wake up a year later the best me.
That's what I'm saying.
Let's do it.
Put
Let's do
me
it.
in a coma.
So yeah, it just fucking goes. We're like, oh shit. Now we cut back to the mines. We got a bunch of young kids partying. Those damn kids.
Oh,
Which-
None of
yeah.
these look like young kids.
No.
Right?
Yeah. How old are they supposed to be? High
I-
school?
Probably high school.
He wouldn't be
Has
working
to
in the
be.
mines in high school.
It's a family mine. He'd probably be working in it since he was 12. But they got beer, but not like high schoolers
I mean,
can't get beer.
Maybe not. I mean, but
I don't think all of
early
these kids are-
20s at the oldest, I think. Maybe.
Yeah, okay. We don't want to imply they're underage drinking.
Oh, for heavens, no. They're all partying at
Well,
tunnel number
the-
5.
The real crime is trespassing.
Well, the owner of the mine's there now.
He's
Or the
not
son's
the owner yet.
It's my father's mine.
That's his father's mine. He owns it.
Mines are dangerous.
I don't
They
own what
should
my
know
father
that.
owns.
And these mines have like lots of equipment lying around still. It was
It
like,
could be
wow,
fun.
there's a lot of machinery here. The next thing I noticed was someone's eye popped out, and I'm like, wow, this escalated really quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Tom doesn't want to be there because he has problems with the mines after the whole incident a year ago. So his
with the
girlfriend
vampire
walks in
clan
with
that
the
was
other
living in
three.
there, right?
Yeah, it's vampire daddy. So this is how Tom avoids the initial attack. He goes back to the truck to get more beer as an excuse.
He
not
spends
go
a
get
long
it.
time getting that beer.
Yeah, and we got Axel already like, oh, I can't believe he's coming. Whatever, I fucking hate Tom. Irene, I really don't want to be with you. I want to be with Sarah. This is weird. The whole thing made me uncomfortable. I didn't like that. I was more comfortable with, like you said, Ryan. We get a pickaxe through the back of the head. Fucking eyeball. That's your
Says
first,
something
like,
that
real, like,
you're uncomfortable with relationship drama, but you're more comfortable with watching people get brutally murdered.
Yeah.
I know my comfort zones. Don't worry about it.
Eyeball, yeah.
Yeah, like that's your first like real shot of like, oh yeah, this movie was 3D as fuck. It pops right out at you. It is. Oh, it's so good. And yeah, and like I said, it's quick. We just fucking go.
Hey, quick. And Harry just whittles down. We don't see him do it. Like, we see that one kill, but then, like, the rest of the party goers, except for our main cast, just get destroyed off camera, and we're just following their bodies. And I'm thinking, this town's going to have a population problem later, because nobody's going to be left to have any kids.
Right. Like, he kills so fucking quick. Like,
Yeah.
the pickaxe goes for the eyeball, then she runs around the corner. There's already 3 more people dead. And like Harry, after he does the pickaxe through the eye, his fucking walk, like he's strutting. Like he's fucking, big man Harry doing my Harry thing. Like, and I think later in the movie, Harry also has that same walk, if it's Harry at all. And I think that's a nice touch.
People be
Wait, what do you
tripping when they're
who
trying
else
to
would
run
it be if
away.
it
They're
wasn't
just
Harry?
tripping all over the place.
Now, it's obviously still Harry. But I like, okay, so she rounds the corner, sees the 3 dead bodies. She's about to freak out. Axel grabs her around the mouth to keep her from screaming, pulls her to the corner. That's where he and Irene are hiding like in the shadows off to the side slightly.
You
It's not super
say
well
in the
lit.
shadows.
It's still, you can still see them.
I'm like, very well lit shadow.
Yeah, I have some questions on that, but first I have questions about the other
This fucking
Jablomi
goober.
who comes over, sees 3 dead bodies, and he
Hey,
drops up.
Hello?
Hello?
Jason?
Hello?
Jason, that
Hello?
you?
And then he keeps walking, and
What a fucking goober.
he shines the flashlight on the people hiding, and he's like, "Stop! Just stop! Shut the fuck up!" Harry turns around. This is part where I'm like, "Okay, movie, you done fucked up here. You're still fun." Harry walks right back past the well-lit in the shadow people. The fucking goof runs off and does a head slap on a board, knocks himself out. Then Harry freaking takes the pickaxe kills are so good. Pickaxe straight down through his face, through his like jaw. Oh, it's so good. And then Harry's like, hears a noise, like, oh, I think there are people over there that I just fucking walked by and didn't notice.
Well, the thing you gotta keep in mind is the visibility of the mask, right?
That's fair. That's fair. And then he's about to get Axel, and then
I think
Sarah
if they
does
had
a
shown
shovel.
like some first-person perspective from the view of the mask, that probably would have helped with that.
I agree. Harry uses Sarah's shovel a little better than Sarah did. Because what does he do with the shovel?
Then you just like shove it through her face.
Yeah, there's another chick runs up there behind Harry, and he turns around and shoves it right through her mouth and cuts her head in half against a post, and then the bodies slide down below.
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful. The kills in this are so good. And I just, after like this opening like massacre scene in the mine here, I was like, God, I remember this movie being a lot of fun, and so far it is absolutely doing that. Tom walks back in there, and then the other 3 run back out, and Tom gets caught and has a pickaxe around the face and throws him down, and then Tom's like, I ain't letting you guys leave. Does a sick pickaxe 3D toss at the truck, right through the glass, right at us. Oh, pokes right through, like almost hits the chick in the face.
He didn't throw it at us.
Well, but the camera made it seem like it was at us.
We're not in the movie.
My TV actually broke.
You're supposed to feel like you are, Daniel.
Well, he wouldn't have thrown it at me.
Why?
I'm a bro. I'm an ally.
You're you're a minor bro.
I'm a minor ally. Oh, actually.
So Tom has to run back into the mine, and well, he knows these mines to try to hide from Harry, but I think Harry knows these mines. He gets some wax in on Tom. It says something that Harry can't just literally tear our main cast like in half, like with a wink and a nod, like he does everyone else.
Like he did everyone else. Yeah.
Well, now he's tired.
He's a little tuckered out.
He's
about to get a.
He had only so many technique points to use, and now they're all gone.
They're all gone.
Used all his spell points. I gotcha. All his spell slots are gone.
Do we think Harry went there specifically looking for Tom?
No.
Or that he just was going to go back there and then a massacre was going to happen, and then he really, really wants to kill Tom.
I think this is, like, tunnel number 5 is his Crystal Lake. Stay out of it.
Yeah.
No, for sure. He doesn't get to kill Tom because, well, Burke and his deputy show up. No, it was Ben. Show up and shoot him
a lot.
And then he runs away.
It's great.
Tom's got a great blood splatter on him. Harry damages the mine, which is really sad. And Tom and the gang go chasing him down the back of the mine. And we don't get to see what happens after that.
I was
Sounds
wondering.
so sad. We don't get to see what happens after that.
Yeah.
So after
Tom's
that,
clearly
I was wondering
traumatized.
how the movie was going to keep this pace going, because it was just so fast that I felt like, how are you going to keep doing this and not burn out?
Y'all had
we
seen
take a
this
break
before, right?
No, this is my first time.
It's been a while.
Oh,
you've never seen this one?
No.
Oh.
So you didn't know about the twist?
Nope. I saw it, but no, this is my first time seeing it.
Then I'm gonna love to see when you thought you first noticed it.
Oh my god! I started my suspect list, and I'm just going, and then they just kept killing my suspects, and I'm like, well, I don't like you, because I'm like, oh, but we'll get to it when it happens. We get our cut after all that happiness that it's been 10 years later. 22 men, women, children killed. We're back on the anniversary of the biggest massacre ever in this town.
And now we see Sheriff Axel on TV saying, I don't know why people come here for Valentine's Day, blah, blah, blah.
He's telling them the whatnot. He's giving them what for.
Yeah. And Ben shows up at the diner where Axel is, and Ben's like, you make it seem like an inbred mining town. And he says, we are an inbred mining town.
Doesn't look like it.
Yeah, they all look good. These are very photogenic people.
Well, they just started it because everyone else has been killed off, so it's like one generation of inbreeding now.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
And then this is where we find out, oh shit, Sarah's with Axel now.
Yep, that took me by surprise. I'm like, oh, you are not
Yeah.
Irene. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Not Irene. Come on, Irene.
You're not on
Eileen.
Irene. What happened to Irene?
We also got to see Megan, who is important, briefly. Young flirty Megan.
Fucking
Megan,
Home
doctor
wrecker.
appointment Megan. Wow. Oh,
God
yeah.
Hey,
damn,
she's a
home
home
wrecker.
Sarah.
Yeah, sure.
I've got a doctor's appointment. Is it okay if I can't come in today? And I was like, wait, shouldn't you have told her about that appointment earlier? And then she does eyes over at the sheriff, and I'm like, oh, it's an appointment with Dr. Penis.
Dr. Penis.
It's
He does house calls. He'll do out in the woods calls.
He'll go anywhere.
He'll do dilapidated cabot in the woods. No
It's-
problem.
It's $2 for a grilled cheese in that restaurant. I wanted you to know that.
Oh, that's an interesting thing.
Ooh.
Yeah, small town
That's a
though.
deal.
Like everyone in every one of the cast in there is kind of looking at the sheriff, and like his deputy's like, hey, should I come with you? He's like, no, it's fine. And Ben's kind of staring at him, like, yeah. And then we cut to Axel putting his clothes back on, and Megan still in a state of mostly unclothed, and they're all like getting in this like Evil Dead looking fucking cabin.
Yeah.
I'm like, so romantic.
Yeah.
And then, of course, now we get the awkwardness of, hey, maybe you'll tell your wife. Maybe I won't have to be a side piece. And then, oh, I got you a Valentine, honey. And it's like, oh, no. This makes me uncomfortable.
Doesn't she also tell him she's pregnant?
Well, yes.
When she
I would say
opens up-
that's the most uncomfortable
Because
part.
He
He
says,
doesn't say
oh,
anything.
He says, oh, I didn't get you anything for Valentine's Day. And she said, oh,
Oh,
you
did.
already gave me the best gift ever. And I'm like, oh, I know. Oh, no. Oh, no. It's like, I'm pregnant.
How does she not see the pure disappointment in his face?
He's like, oh no.
He
I
doesn't
sure
fix
hope
it,
you
like-
don't get murdered later.
So, Daniel,
Which-
so yes.
oh.
So, first thing I thought is, oh, wow, pregnant Megan is real understanding about still having the wife thing. Second thought I had was, oh, Axel is going to be the killer, and he's going to use this whole scenario to mask the fact that he killed Megan so that it doesn't get out about this affair.
And this is why abortions should be legal.
Well, this
So
is
then you
fair.
don't have to go to these extreme circumstances and kill a whole town.
You can almost argue that when our boy Tom just rolls back into town in the next scene, that's what sparks the idea. Tom's back, the mind, the murders.
Yeah.
I can blame this fuckhead Tom. And he goes so hard blaming Tom from the moment it happens. And it's like, okay.
I think he was just jealous of Tom's drip.
Dude, Tom's drip. Look at he's a studly. I mean,
I'm sorry.
They dressed him like Sam,
is
right?
What is a drip?
I keep forgetting Ryan does not know American lingo anymore.
it's not that he doesn't know American lingo, it's because he's old.
You know, his drip.
Da da dribble dribble. Da.
Like, what he's
Drip,
wearing.
Drip.
It's fresh as hell.
Look, he got to just wear his supernatural outfit in this.
Okay, so you're saying he bought some new clothes and he's wearing them.
Well, no, he's wearing his brother's clothes.
Yeah, it looks like Sam Winchester's outfit. Yeah.
So he has nice threads. All right.
Yeah,
Okay.
his
Yeah,
drip.
it's-
A
It's-
drip.
Yeah, but I
It's
mean, it's
wet.
like it's the look. He's
Wet.
Yeah.
He's got some nice wet clothes.
No,
You
the
wanna be
clothes
wet.
aren't wet. The drip
You
is
want to
wet.
be wet. Also,
Oh.
there was a really sick lamp when he goes to Ben's house there.
Oh,
Like,
you're
it's
calling
like
out a
gar-
sick lamp?
Was
Dude,
the-
it's like a
did it have
gargoyle
a
lamp
cough?
thing
Did
with
it have a cold? What was wrong with it?
Yeah, well, it was sick of your shit. No, I remember it was like a little gargoyle thing, and it had the lamp pole coming out of it, and this sick like dark orange like lampshade over it. It's like that's a cool little table.
Now,
lamp.
what does that symbolize?
Nothing.
He's a big fan of the
Gargoyles?
show Gargoyles,
Mm.
as he should be. Broadway was probably his favorite.
Mm.
So yeah. Tom's back in town, and he gets a dad in a box.
Yeah. Well, yeah. After he tells Ben, although I think Ben already knew that they were gonna, because Tom comes in thinking he's gonna sign papers that night. I'm like, what?
Yeah,
because
Ben's
he's-
like, that's not tonight.
That's Monday. I'm like, okay.
God damn it, Ben.
So he can't. So okay, now there's a reason he has to stay in town. Fine. And Ben's like, can't sell the mine. Oh, you got daddy issues? Okay, here, you work them out. Hands him the box urn.
Yeah. Tom's like, I'm selling. Come Monday, I'm gone. This movie really made me want to watch Eight-Legged Freaks.
Why do they act like selling the mine is equivalent to shutting the mine down?
It could be. I don't know.
New ownership means no one's job is guaranteed.
Well, do better, loser.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Do a better job.
There's the tension with Tom and the whole town now. Not only was he potentially the cause of the original massacre type thing, the smaller massacre.
No, hold on. He didn't cause the massacre.
Well, he caused the mine in, and then made Harry have an excuse to finally go off the chain. Maybe
you
the
can't
gas
make
damaged his
someone
brain.
go
He
crazy.
should've bled the lines.
Morally, legally, he is not the cause of Harry's hacking people up. However, sequentially, he is.
Had the collapse not happened, he just would have gone crazy at a later date.
I don't know.
It still would have been
argue
Tom's
that,
fault.
The CO2 cause lasting brain damage if you're exposed to it for a heavy dose for, say, 6 days, and you manage to not die. If you have a minor exposure to it, I know you have full recovery.
Minor.
So you could argue that him being trapped down there is what tricked him the whole way, was from the brain damage from the gas.
Well, if he's such a good miner, why didn't he mine his way out?
He did.
Yeah.
Through everyone else's heads. Also,
He's like, oh, these rocks are really soft. I'm making great progress.
also, cute dog alert.
Yeah, cute dog alert. Wee wee.
Yeah, Tom rolls up to a hotel, little dog.
Now, what I was gonna say for Kenny, as my list of suspects are growing, first I thought Axel is gonna be the killer, and then after
Then he
being
thought the dog.
Ben, after I met Ben, I'm like, oh, okay, Ben doesn't want the mine to be closed, so Ben's gonna start killing a few people and put it on to Tom somehow, so that
Everyone's
he loses
putting it on
ownership
Tom.
of the mine, and so that they can't close the deal, so the mine doesn't get resold.
Yeah, this movie did a good job of giving lots of people a reason to be the killer, other than just there's a killer and wants to kill people.
Yeah. Then we get to
Yeah, it's
Daniel's
good.
favorite motel. What's it called, Daniel?
No, I don't know.
You know it. Okay. What did you think that your hunting the big animal feat was called in Prey?
Is it the Child Predator Motel? Because that's
Big
not okay.
animal bear?
It's the Thunderbird Motel, Daniel.
Oh, it's the
Thunderbird,
Thunderbird
T-Bird.
Motel. Wow.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's got a little neon bird in the middle of it. All the lights are lit up. It's great.
Emotional damage.
Yeah, it's fine. Look, the little dog comes out and a little lady comes out. And she's absolutely delightful. I love the little lady.
She seems sweet.
Yeah, she comes out, she sees Tom.
Her drip was pretty good too.
Yeah, she had that cute little outfit, the shawl, a little sass, a little attitude.
Yeah.
And then
a little doggy.
we hear someone getting it. Okay, Tom's walking by. And he,
Someone
Yeah.
Tom looks in the window and just laughs. Do you think he recognizes that's Irene? I bet
Yes.
he doesn't.
Yes.
I think he
Think he
did.
does?
Well,
Yes.
we know he does. I didn't recognize her.
I honestly actually didn't at first, and then I was like, oh wait.
She had her clothes on earlier. Is the problem?
And they blew her hair out, put her in a lot of makeup. Like they kind of tried to age these characters up a little bit.
They
except
truck
for
stopped her up a
Tom.
little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, she became a lot lizard.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've
Oh,
said
boy.
someone's gonna get hurt. That's too vigorous. She was going at it hard. She was gonna like snap a wang off. Like we get some vigorous lovemaking between her and this big bald guy whose character name was Frank the Trucker.
I was gonna say, is his name Trucker Bill or something? I was close. Oh yeah, Frank. Yeah. Oh, Frank.
Now, fun fact, that's Todd Farmer, buddy. He wrote some of Jason X, the screenplay for this movie, The Messengers, Drive Angry.
Oh.
He had a credit as on Heavenly Sword. Like he's
game?
written.
So you're saying the writer of this movie wrote himself into a pound town of a sex scene?
And we
Yeah,
will
weird
actually
how
see
sometimes
him,
it works out like that.
right. You'll also see him playing the character Dallas when we do Jason X.
I mean, to be fair, he does look like Frank the Trucker, so it's all good.
No, he nailed it. He
Yeah.
was great.
Oh, didn't he? Yeah, he did.
And what does Frank do that upsets?
This is what gets you in trouble in Missouri, man. It's when you videotape somebody during Pound Town without their consent. It's not okay.
And she sees a hidden camera, and he's like, here you go, have some money. She's like, he walks out all confident, like, yep, I think our relationship's done. I didn't like your Valentine history at all, you know? So we're done. She pulls out a little fucking gun. He's walking out to the truck. She runs out into this freaking motel parking lot and nothing but her, like, little high heels marching purposely. It's like, oh, no, no, no. She will use that gun. She came out there. It looks cold and wet. And then Frank says, Irene, put some clothes on before a kid sees you.
Are you sure he doesn't say, oh, come on, Irene?
Oh, come on, Irene.
Oh, come on.
Did he actually say that?
No.
If he didn't,
I did.
That's a missed opportunity.
I was shouting it at the TV.
He says, I know that gun's not loaded.
You know,
and then
TV can't hear you.
In 3D. Well, it can. It just doesn't listen. Why was Harry waiting inside his truck? Because he opens the door after he gets hit in the face by the gun Irene throws, and Harry's already in his truck and drops a sweet pickaxe kill straight to the top of his head.
Well,
like it's one of those things. Like the killers, like we see this in some of the
killer's playing
Friday the 13th movies,
peekaboo a little bit.
Like, what if they never went there, Mr. Killer Man?
Well, he was gonna go there eventually.
Or like there'll be like in a random closet somewhere. Like that's nobody's bedroom. No one's gonna go in there.
It's just it's a game of numbers.
It's a game. Look, lot lizards, man. Okay, so Irene goes running back inside the motel, and she opens the closet, like, can't hide there. Then she hides under their bed, and she has her legs sticking out for a really long time.
I thought she was going to keep it poking out.
Yeah, I was like, are we really going to make her do this? And then Harry gets in there, and I thought, he's looking around, and he's standing next to the bed. I thought she might, like, still be drunk or something, and be like, just grab his leg to scare him.
Gotcha. Got you, motherfucker.
I really thought the bed hiding place. So he rips the top of the mattress off, like he does find her, and then it's just a little short bed frame.
Well, you're skipping that the killer. I'm gonna call him Harry because we're thinking it's Harry. Harry.
Yeah, it's Harry.
Equal opportunity killer because
yeah.
That motel manager woman comes in chasing her dog, and then he comes out of the closet or something to that effect, and like takes his pickaxe and like puts it into her and like brings her up to the ceiling with it.
Yeah, he does like an uppercut.
Every time he knocks out a light, I squeal.
Yeah, that's like his thing. It gets you excited.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's fair. He does it a lot.
He's such a bad boy.
He's such a bad boy. He doesn't like the lights.
Ah.
But yeah, when the hotel lady says, Lewis, you're in such trouble. That's kind of hot, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I love it when people call me Lewis.
But that was Harry, the dog.
That was the dog. But you're right, though. Harry does that sick uppercut. And takes it
does
all
a
the way to the
Haruken
ceiling.
with a pickaxe.
And it goes straight through the head, into the light, where Daniel gets all hard, and just holds her up there. And then the sparks hit him in the face, and he's like, okay. Maybe I did a goof. Electricity's dangerous. And then that's what causes Irene to make the noise. And he's like, oh, hey, look at you under the bed. And she's like, no! And kicks him. Kicks him.
Feisty.
Yeah. Which, I mean, hey, she fights back, because Harry can't just automatically kill everyone. But I really thought, when she makes the barricade with the cage,
you thought he was gonna like squish her in it,
like either smash her in it, or I thought it was gonna be too like it wasn't gonna be wide enough to stop the pickaxe from getting her easily. But no, she's in there. She gets a couple dodges in because it's like a cage bed frame, so it doesn't have just slats. It's like a wire bed frame all the way around. So he swings the pickaxe and it gets stopped. She still has to dodge a little bit, and that gives us some fun more like 3D shots. And I'm like, why don't you just go for the torso? Her head keeps dodging. And then he goes for the torso. And I'm like, oh, shit.
You did this.
I felt bad. Look, that was a good little kill session, right? Like, we didn't have to wait that long before he just took out another 3 people. And what happened to the dog?
Dog got away.
Yeah, because Harry will kill a little lady, but he won't kill a dog. He throws Irene, I think, in that heart bathtub and,
yeah,
tears out her heart again.
And so at this point, I'm like, okay, probably not Axel.
Yeah, because he showed up at the scene there to look at it. So who?
Yeah, and I'm giving Axel benefit of a doubt that he's not just gonna randomly murder one of his old girlfriends.
Unless she had information for Tom.
Well, you would use it as cover for killing the other one later.
Sure, but there's other people. I don't know.
Not other people that Tom's semi related to.
True, but I mean, Tom wasn't related to Frank the trucker.
No, but Frank the trucker was there.
So just kill Frank the trucker. You don't have to have it be related. You just need a couple of murders. Anyway, I'm like, this doesn't seem like Axel's style, you know?
Yeah, he's more
Weasley.
More bring him around to Dad's house.
Yeah, that's his style. This movie is like when they go to the bar, when Tom goes to the bar, and the whole town wants to just blame him for the killings. Like, you came back, and now Harry's come back, and the curse has come back, and like, you can't sell the mine. This town depends on that mine. Amity needs summer dollars. I'm like, yeah, I got it.
It's Jaws.
It's Jaws.
Tom goes and meets up with Sarah at the store, and it's like, yeah, Tom's better. And then he brings up like, yeah, you left. It's like, what do you mean left? And I was just like, yeah, you got a little spooked. You just left. Like, yeah, you guys did just leave him.
Oh my God, it was 10 years ago. Get over it.
But then it's like, but he also was a little spooked, and he just left town. So that's the thing. It not only has Tom been gone for 10 years, nobody knows where he's been for 10 years.
Ooh, mystery.
And of course,
I mean, I know where he's been.
Homewrecker Megan is there witnessing this whole interaction, so she's gonna see the sparks flying between Sarah and Tom. So that's gonna get back to Axel, and then I think we go to the house after that, Sarah's house. We get to meet their pointless son. I don't think he really has any. He's in danger at one point, I guess, moves the plot, but they didn't really use him well. And then we have the housekeeper who's introduced, and then we have Sarah, pretty close to the top of a small box of pictures, is able to pull out, after 10 years of marriage, still the last picture she took with Tom, and just throws it on the counter there. I was like, 10 years of marriage, and you've got that picture still readily handy? Like, yeah, you never got over Tom, and I don't blame you. Tom's better. Because Axel's just at work right now watching Naked Irene run around.
Now, I thought that until he's like pointing out, look, that's Tom in the background.
Yeah, were you expecting that?
Yes, because it did not seem that Axel was, okay, Axel is cheating on his wife. He's a bit of a dickhead, but I didn't get any sense that he was like a douchebag cop. Like really abusing the power. There was nothing to indicate that yet. So I'm like, okay.
I mean, he's not like overly friendly, which you don't have to be. Like, he was kind of flippant with the media. Like, I don't know why the tourists come here. Fuck off. Like, that's not necessarily, doesn't make him bad per se. Maybe it's not great if your town is reliant on tourist dollars.
It's reliant on them summer dollars.
Yeah, it's reliant on the mine.
The mine. Also, Daniel, did you recognize his deputy?
He looked familiar.
He played Laurent in Twilight.
Oh, yep, that'll do it. He beefed up.
Yeah. For Twilight?
Yeah.
He's also in some Justified, too, if I recall. He should be in more things, though. All I'm saying is I like that guy. I wish I remembered. Oh, it's Deputy Martin, Eddie Gathegi. Like I'm saying, this whole cast, like if you go look at any of them, most of them have done some things, and they're all pretty damn good.
Most people in most movies have done other movies.
That's fair. But I'm just saying, this is a top to bottom for a random horror remake of a beloved property. People like the original. I like the original. Like, they kind of went all out on this one, I think.
All right, I need you to explain something to me. Why does Tom go back to the mine is he looking to talk to Ben, or is it looking to talk to someone else?
He wants to go talk to Ben.
Why? I wasn't sure about this.
Well, because he's decided he's not going to sell the mine.
Yeah, that's what it is. Maybe.
Oh, and he has to tell Ben to make sure his feelings aren't hurt?
Well, I mean, Ben's like family to him.
Okay.
The more confusing question is, why would you go into that bar like you were talking about where he gets punched by an old guy and the whole town wants to murder him?
Well, you wouldn't think that would happen after 10 years. Like, get over it.
It's not the 10 years, it's the
he didn't
I'm
even
back
do
and I'm
anything.
selling the mine. That's the miner's bar.
Oh, that's the miner's bar?
That's the miner's bar, and then there has been murders, and it's all that always comes back tied to him, even though he was a victim, and it's victim blaming.
Yeah, it is victim blaming. He didn't kill those people.
He didn't kill those people.
Those people, yeah.
Yeah, I just wasn't sure on that. So Tom goes to the mine, looking for Ben. I'm not going to sell the mine. And the guy a younger guy who he got into a fight with at the bar is the one who has to take him down on a rake.
What's the cart called? On a rake? What's this? It's Red. They call him Red. I love a guy that's got a good like. Yeah, go with Red. Red's just like.
It goes down.
Well, isn't Red one of the guys that punched him at the bar?
He's part of that group. That. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, did I just pulled a Kenny? Wow.
Yeah, way to go, buddy. But we have set up though.
Wait, but
before he goes to the mine,
isn't Red one of the guys that punched him at the bar?
Swear to God. Before before he goes back to the mine, we have set up more, though, the tension that Axel found the picture that Sarah had set out of her and Tom. And then he shows her the evidence video. She walks in on him watching the sex tape. And he's like, nope, look, Tom, right there. I think you need to stay away from Tom. You still love him, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, man, you really married the douchebag.
Well,
and it's like, okay, so at that point, I'm still thinking, though, like, Axel's really got a hard-on for Tom. I think he always been jealous of Tom. So it's like, he really still could be.
Or he's always seen what lies beneath because he's a good cop.
Or he's got a huge wing.
He's always
Not
seen
him. Tom does.
the Tom's dark potential and his dark passenger, you know?
Also, when
I
Tom
know.
goes back into the mine and they tell him mines are dangerous, like, I grew up in these mines, I know everything, blah, blah, blah. Isn't that what he said before he blew up the mine?
Yeah.
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 And then you haven't been here for 10 years, buddy. I don't think anyone's going to believe you on that.
Look, that's a big oopsie, you know,
That's a
but
double,
he
you
learned,
know.
right?
So,
Best way to learn is by making big mistakes that cost many lives.
It just,
so he goes
yes.
down. He goes down on the rake with Red, who I think was one of the guys at the bar who punched Tom
Earlier?
That's very
earlier.
insightful of you. Wow, good
Yeah.
catch.
So, you know, he tries to make a joke or something to him. I forget what it was.
I think he says,
But
like, how's
Red
the
just-
hand?
Yeah.
How's the hand? Because he was one of the guys that punched him earlier.
Well, I think didn't he miss and hit
He missed
the
and
mirror?
hit the
Yeah.
wall. Yeah.
Yeah.
Earlier.
But then they get down there. They call for Ben. Tom's walking over there. He's near like a little cage where the lions and stuff are. And all of a sudden Harry's there and he fucking like karate kicks him and hits him, but doesn't try to kill him.
Karate kicks
And then
He
instead
does. He does a kapa.
He-
He's a Dave Chappelle
he
kapa.
locks him. Yeah. He locks him inside of the cage. Now, with what you know happens later in the movie, how does this actually happen?
Well, they show it.
Well, they do show it, but at this point,
But I also wrote down how did he lock himself in there?
it shows.
Yeah.
That's
So,
because they hadn't shown it yet.
right.
Yeah. Now, this is also the important part. So he locks him in there. I want to know what you thought about this scene, Ryan. You know what I'm talking about? He locks him in there.
My note was,
He
Harry just trapped him in a cage? Why? Why not just kill him? And then, if you watch the shot, because Tom gets knocked down, and then he and Harry both get up at the
They
same
mirror
time.
each other.
Yeah, they're mirroring
It
each
is
other. And I write
exact
down,
movements.
oh shit, it's Tom.
And did you stick with that?
No, because I wrote down it's Tom unless the others
Unless.
find him in this cage. Because I
Oh,
couldn't
with the
figure
cage
out.
locked. All right, okay.
Because if it was, I couldn't figure
So-
out how he would have locked himself in the cage. And so that
Are we ready to spoil it for the listeners?
I don't know. I think it's a pretty big mystery still.
You think?
Oh,
because
no,
spoiling
I'll do it. I'll handle this. So Red was one of the guys that tried to punch him in the bar earlier. And hit
yeah.
the mirror.
Jesus, we should have done
There's
a
your
spoiler
spoiler.
warning 5 minutes
Okay,
ago on
so-
that one, though. Daniel.
God.
Oh God.
while Tom is locked in the cage, Harry goes over there and pickaxes Red, who I
He
think was the
axes
guy
him
who
a question.
yeah, he
Ah.
axes Red like, "Hey, were you one of the guys that threw a punch in the bar 5 minutes earlier? Because I got some people that think maybe it is." Now Red puts up a good fight. Like Red takes a pickaxe to the
So-
arm, but he's still fighting back. He gets Harry on the ground, and he's got the pickaxe.
This
Now
was
he's trying
this was
to-
making me think that it was Ben because Ben's older.
And Ben's typically suck at things, like every Ben we know.
So
That's true.
So getting the shit kicked out of him, like, okay, older guy. He used to be. He's still got the minor strength, of course, but not as quick as he used to be. But then later Ben died. I'm like, okay, it's not you anymore.
Yeah. Well, Red gets Harry on the ground, and then Harry's fight back. Red brings the pickaxe down. Harry catches with his foot and shoves it back up right through Red's head. And pickaxes go through heads really well in this movie.
Well, I
Like,
mean,
that's
they're designed to break.
That's what they're
through
designed
things.
for. Yeah.
Right.
Um,
So it's.
They're designed to go through heads.
I need to go buy like a pig head and see how easy I can do it.
You just got put on a list. The
Yeah.
uniform. So Harry's
They
uniform.
do that crap on MythBusters.
They're on a list. Harry's uniform has the bullet holes. If you're paying,
from
paying
the-
attention
Oh.
night.
from when he got shot. So I'm looking at this
Oh.
and I'm going, or is this Harry?
Is this Harry?
Is this Harry? Is Harry not dead? Is this really because the uniform has the bullet holes?
Yeah.
Yeah, but now I'm like checking out people's boots in other scenes, seeing if I can match them up with the boots and this scene, and I can't.
It's
It's so
that's It's a great use of the fact that they all like wear the same like minor jumpsuits and stuff for the most
Yep.
part. Like there's a little flares, but it makes it easier to keep them hidden. And then I don't know how they can sit there and accuse Tom when he's clearly locked inside a cage. There's no way he could have bent that from inside the cage.
Yeah, there's definitely no way he could have
Definitely
done
no
that.
way. So it's like, no, see? So now we know Tom's not the killer. He was literally locked in there. But then why would Harry not just kill Tom? And then we see Tom in the hospital in a tank top. It's like, oh, because Tom's a hunk.
I think what I would
Tom
have
drips.
appreciated more is when you see Harry bend the thing to lock him in there. If instead of it being a shot of Harry doing it, you just see something like coming through the bars and doing it instead of showing you what didn't happen. You know what I mean?
That's fair.
Sure, but I mean, we'll learn later that this is Tom's vision of what is happening. Right?
We have an unreliable narrator within our story here.
Who is it?
It's us trying to describe what
that-
happened.
It's that guy that was, I think he was in the bar, and I think he threw a punch.
Did it hit him or did it hit the bar door?
It hit the mirror.
The barn door?
I believe.
Amity needs summer dollars.
Look.
What?
Look.
Why does it need summer dollars?
Because this town depends on that mine, Daniel.
Why?
Yes. Look, because you can't just close a mine. You can't save the environment, close the mine, put all those people out of work, because, you can't do it. It's not okay.
I mean, they can transition and they can get other jobs. No?
No, you got to pay them off. Look, I'm okay with that. If you've worked at the mine for so long and we want to shut them down to go to cleaner energy, go ahead and give those people, hey, you lucked out. You were alive at the right time in the mines. You're probably going to have health issues the rest of your life. Let me just go ahead and pay you off the rest of your career, and let's just stop doing the coal and shit. Would that make everyone happy?
Well, no, you train those people in the new jobs.
See, I'm okay with that, too. Look at that. Look at us. Solving problems.
Man, geopolitics. First we solved, geopolitics completely.
Look, our new podcast,
on that last one.
Geodudes.
Geodudes.
Geodudes, it's going to be great.
Ryan doesn't know about Geodudes.
The uniform has bullet holes in it.
From the guy who was in the bar that night.
No.
No.
So do you guys remember when Axel just casually dropped we went a little off script 10 years ago and no, Harry's dead?
Axel didn't
all I could
drop
say
that.
is, oh, no, Axel did. Axel's like, yeah.
He didn't know.
No, Axel knew. Tom didn't know. Axel knew because his dad was...
Tom's dad was one of the people who shot and killed, was like the vigilante group that shot and killed Harry after he got out of the mine.
No, Axel's dad, not Tom's.
It was a group of them. Tom's dad was one of them.
Yeah. Oh, Tom's dad was there too? Okay, well,
I
Axel
gotta
said he
think so.
heard from his... Axel said he was told from his old man.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And
I'm wrong. That's fine.
Ben was involved in it, and Burke
Tom's
was involved
and
in
Tom's
it.
dad.
And probably Tom's dad would make sense. But all I'm saying is, evil died that night.
It's true.
They buried it.
They got it right.
They didn't bury it very deep though.
No,
Yeah,
they
not
get
deep
back
at
to
all.
The hole.
Yeah.
They get back to the hole. The old men there, Burke and Ben, they're like remembering it like fondly. They're like, "Oh yeah, here it is."
Oh,
I'm like,
remember
"Yeah,
we
buddy."
Took justice into
Vigilante,
our own hands and
you know,
denied this
it's
man
justified.
a fair trial.
it's justified. They're like, maybe he's dead. Maybe he's not dead. It's like, maybe I'm the werewolf.
That's what I'm the werewolf. Oh.
Maybe I'm the werewolf. So now we've seen that Harry was supposedly killed that night, but now the grave is dug up.
It's a whole bunch of no body.
No body.
Ba-na-na, bum, bum.
And then I think Tom accuses Deputy Martin. He's like, where were you?
Why were you at the?
Why were
Because
you
he was
at
at
the
the mine
mine?
earlier, and he's like,
Yeah.
taking care of business. It's alright.
It's like, yeah, you're the suspect, not me. And it's like, they're not going to make the random deputy who doesn't really have a huge role in this the killer. He's not focused on enough, so that wouldn't be fun. That only works in certain movies, like Seven.
Yeah.
What?
I was saying, like, you can introduce the killer and not have him be a focal point, but there's not a whole lot of times you can do that and not make people mad.
How fun is it really to be in a store where no one else is there? Like, do you actually get to run around the aisles? And because
Yeah,
to me, it's like supermarket sweeps.
If you want, yeah.
Dude,
I
can do anything.
I mean, you could even run around with a pickaxe and try to kill coworkers.
You
I guess.
could.
right. It gets even better, Ryan. I got to drive the floor cleaning machine around Sam's Club like a bunch of times after it's closed. And that thing, when you got the liquid on the ground, it drifts around the corner, so I'm just fucking cruising. It's the best. It's the only feeling better than that would be able to tell a guy that his wife straight up settled for him what she could have had. Because that's what Tom does in the interrogation room, and Axel does a hit, and you can't do that. As a lawyer, can a cop do that? Is that good for a cop to go ahead and hit the suspect? No matter what they say?
It's how you soften him up. Well, I mean, this suspect was kind of being a dick.
I mean...
Your Honor.
Look, he just... Is telling the truth being a dick?
He's telling the truth. He's not wrong.
He's not wrong.
So,
and also...
Yeah, well, then Sarah settled for not crazy.
But douche.
Yeah,
but
like I said,
douchebag.
Look, Harry murdered the whole crop of the dating pool here, okay? There is literally
You can leave the
no
town. Leave the town.
They don't leave the town, Daniel.
There's a couple of young ladies that popped up that Axel might have his eyes on.
Oh, he probably did.
He does when he puts his doctor's coat on.
Yeah, Dr. Penis in town. You guys also notice how after Tom...
You notice how Dr. Penis is only in one scene?
Yeah, you never see... There's not enough dong. I was talking to Kim about this the other day when I was watching one of the Fridays. And I was like,
we're scared of the male genitalia.
We're scared. Yeah, we need to have equal opportunity exposure. Okay,
I always fight for the right to hang dong.
Right, because seeing male butt, that ain't nothing. Butts don't count. It's just a butt. I like butts.
Well, male butt doesn't count.
Yeah, male butt doesn't count. But
I want to see donger.
If we're seeing boobs and vagine, we need to see peen.
Yeah, equal rights.
Equal rights. That's all we're saying. Do you guys notice how it went from them being mad that Tom was selling the mine, and then he switched it, and now it seems like they're mad he's not selling the mine?
They just want him to leave. They don't really care what decision he makes. They just want him to leave. Because the problem is that he says, well, I'm not selling the mine, and what if I stay?
Yeah, what if I stay?
No. The townspeople are mad that he's going to sell the mine. Axel is mad that he's not going to sell the mine because Tom is saying, basically he's saying, yeah, I'm not selling the mine. I'm going to stay. And you know what that means? That means I'm going to fuck up your marriage. Yeah, I'm going to fuck your wife.
Well, he wouldn't be the one he wouldn't be the one to fuck up the marriage.
Yeah.
Well, he doesn't know that at the time. So, yeah, I mean, Axel can't get too.
Yeah.
Axel gets all hot and bothered by it. But I'm like, yo, bro, yo.
That's also, yeah. So he gets in a sweet Bronco. It is a sick Bronco. And he's driving back out to the mines, and he's popping more pills. This is like the second time we've seen Tom pop pills.
Yes.
So it's like, okay, yeah, he's got some sort of PTSD.
Those pills must not work.
Or they're Tic Tacs. Maybe his breath just stank.
They're Tic Tacs. He's got some trauma from the incident.
Oh shit!
But let's not talk about it.
Well, it was like, we don't talk about what happened down in the Goblin Caves.
Was the dude's wife? Were they visiting America on like vacation, and they wanted to see some mines, and they were in the mines, and this is the incident.
They were. Tom finds Axel's fuck cabin
and a box of chocolates.
The Valentines from Megan were there, so now Tom knows that Axel's banging Megan. I think.
Well, I guess he knows it belongs to Axel's family. But that card didn't say Axel, did it?
Well, it was signed Megan.
Yeah, it just said "Be mine forever."
Yeah, Megan, but he knows that's Axel's family. Like that's his dad's thing. It's been there forever.
That's true. He would know that.
So he knows it's that because he even refers to it later. Like, have you been to Axel's dad's cabin or whatever?
Have you seen all the stuff I stashed in there for you to find?
Yeah,
it's kind of a waste if you haven't been there.
So why does Harry go to the supermarket?
Kill Megan.
Is it to kill Megan, or is it to like? It's a I know what you did last summer thing where it's to just kill everyone else who was supposed to have died that night.
I think it's that. Before he goes to the supermarket, though, he goes and kills Ben.
Oh, yeah. Ben's all outside with a shotgun, be like, oh, the ghost of Harry got me shooting at shadows. Arr.
Yeah. And he does. It's a very uncomfortable kill because he eventually gets Ben down and he's got the pickaxe jabbed in the floor and he's got Ben's face hovering above the pickaxe.
Yeah, it's like, are they going to kiss or what? And then they don't.
Deepa? I think he says like, oh fuck.
Oh
fuck, and then Harry does a stomp.
Pushes his head right down onto the pickaxe. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good kill.
And I'm like, it's not Ben then. Okay, back to you, Tom.
It's a lot of good kills. And then we get Sarah's back at the police station with Axel, which can you just let your spouse walk around in there with all the evidence hanging up and shit? That doesn't seem like that's good.
It seems like it's a at most 2-room police station, so
Small town.
That's fair. And then, of course, Axel's getting all butthurt for, a cheater, but they always are, because you always suspect the other person of doing the same thing that you're doing. Like, that's classic.
classic
So,
projection.
Yeah. So those scenes make me uncomfortable. That's not for me, man.
Things that make you uncomfortable.
This is we're gonna have to do
It's
like a I don't know a horror like a horror movie that takes place only in a psychiatric hospital or a marriage counseling thing or something
Marriage
to like work
counseling,
out to work out all of our issues through a movie.
Yeah, that makes me uncomfortable.
Characters
I
just talking
feel-
makes me
Is it
uncomfortable.
is it the Waja moment?
It's Waja, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I'm around it. Like, I'm just so embarrassed.
Your awkwardness
for
makes me
everyone involved in
uncomfortable.
this, and I just I want it to be done. Like, or go do this so I don't have to see it. I don't need to be a part of your
I mean, it's a movie.
thing. Yeah, but I don't need to be a part of their thing. It's very trashy.
I mean, you're
that
not
they're
part
doing
of
that.
it.
They're doing it right there in the police station. Okay, go do it at home. Also,
I mean, you would still
Daniel-
have, if it's part of the movie, it doesn't matter where
Okay.
they do it, you're still going to see it. Do you
that's-
understand?
Look, I don't like it. All I'm saying though is, are they the only two people that work at that fucking grocery store? 'Cause
Yes. Sure. Yep.
I don't think Megan should be. I don't think Megan should be allowed to use the mop. She did not know how to mop. That was some rough looking mopping.
I think Sarah's pretty laissez-faire with her managerial duties.
And that is why the store is failing, and it's a big deal if we lose the mine, but really the store is the fucking problem, you know?
Yeah, where are they going to get the food?
That's true.
What do you mean? You
That's
just
true.
order it. Grubhub, let's go.
Also, a big box of Tide was $3.
How much is it now?
Probably like $9.
Fucking in this economy?
Amazing.
Yeah.
How many
Amazing.
dollars was the Megs?
That's probably like 60 cents.
In this economy? Oof.
War economy.
Oh, I've got something to say about war economy later, actually.
In this movie?
Yeah.
Well, let's get to that shit. So when Megan gets like pulled in half off screen,
Uh-huh.
and then Axel shows back up, I thought again, did Axel somehow just divest one of his burdens, but did it in a way that didn't get any blood on himself? It was weird.
It made me uncomfortable.
It's
Her
fine.
getting pulled in half made you uncomfortable?
No, her bringing up the relationship in the store about
Oh,
you
you're
were
still
with
on.
Tom.
Oh my god, let's talk
You
about
were
how.
with Tom, weren't you?
I
Let's
think
talk
we need
about
to have
how,
like a therapy session for Kenny, because
No, people need to have their
You
own
should be-
relationship.
you should be uncomfortable by the horror and the gore, not relationship stuff,
No,
you know?
see, I'm not uncomfortable by the obviously fake shit. I'm uncomfortable by the real
Well,
shit.
it's fake too, though.
But it's so look, you've never been at work and had like two coworkers that were like starting to bang or something, and then you had to deal with their drama because they decided to do it around you. I don't
They're
like
banging
that.
around me?
Yeah.
No.
So now this is a small town and they're doing it, and then we got fucking love octagons up in this place, like everyone's banging everybody.
We don't allow
That's
any fraternization in the bakery. We don't even talk to each other, really.
That's the way it should be. What's your favorite horror movie grocery store like scenes? Because it happens. We get a lot of good horror moments, I think, in grocery stores. They're a great setting because there's lots of stuff to play with.
Well,
I mean, obviously, The Mist has a
yeah, I would
lot
say The
in
Mist.
the store.
Yeah, now
So
that you've said The Mist, I'm going to say The Mist.
yeah, the whole fucking movie.
We're going to cut out you saying The Mist first, and then I'm going to say The Mist.
The scene in one of the Fear Street movies that took place in a grocery store that had an excellent kill with a bread slicer. That was a really good one. I'm just saying, every time I think I've seen a grocery store like bit in a horror movie where the horror actually gets to happen there, I think it lands every time. That's one of those places like, you know what, we need a good scene. Grocery store. But what do you guys think about the when they lock themselves in the office? Like the whole thing. I know we talked about her getting ripped in half.
No thoughts. Interesting.
How quick? Okay.
Oh, well,
fast,
he definitely teleported to the window.
I was gonna
right?
say, how fast did he have to fucking run to get from? Because unless there's another random exit on that side of the building, he had to run all the way to the front of the building,
Yeah, he teleported.
all the way
Yeah,
around.
which made me think it was someone who was very, very familiar with the layout of the supermarket, which pulled me back to Axel at the time.
Yeah,
But then Axel
Or
just
we got-
showed up again. I'm like, I don't know.
because we got We got teleporters.
People be teleporting everywhere. Okay.
Well, hold on, let's see here. Hold on. Counting.
Ooh.
Counting.
He's
Yeah.
at the door.
Oh, you're
I'm
counting
playing
the
the
seconds?
scene. He's at the door, and he's by 10 seconds. 10 seconds pass in the movie from him going from pickaxe into the door to him realizing, oh shit, they're opening the window, and then all of a sudden he's got her around by the legs.
All right, so that's about.
10
That's like, so you're charging the
seconds.
teleport, right? You gotta charge it, bloop, and then, yeah.
Did you appreciate how they got her to open her shirt though with the pickaxe swing right through the flannel?
Not really.
I was kind of upset. That was a nice flannel. Did I miss the part? Did you talk about that shot of him at the end of the aisle?
No, we didn't really talk
I'm
at
just
all.
saying that-
Actually, just kind of looked at each other.
No,
Made eye contact.
that's fair. No, that's see. I just
I
this
guess it's not really eye contact.
This is a good movie. That whole scene, like when they walked by in the aisle and he was there at the end of the aisle, and then they walked by and he was gone. I was like, oh yeah, Halloween, right?
Yep.
Sorry, I like the grocery store scene.
It was a
you-
good scene.
It's a good scene. It was good, but Ryan and I just had our own very special moment. So
Oh, what I missed?
don't worry about it.
Was it about a guy in a bar?
No.
Did you guys say everything I just said?
No.
No, you added some new stuff. I wanna skip ahead a little bit
I wanna zigga zigga
to where everyone goes to the hospital. Everyone's doing some shit. Axel says, "Sarah, don't leave. Stay here." Oh, Sarah leaves, and then she gets picked up by Tom, and Tom's like, "I've gotta show you something." So she gets in the car with him, and they're driving out. And we're getting lots of information now. We find out that Tom's been in a mental hospital. He was in there for like 4 years, something like that. One of the reasons why no one knew where he was. And
I think it
so,
was 7.
or was
It
it
was a
7?
lot, yeah.
Oh, 7 years. Yeah.
Doesn't matter. It was 7. It wasn't the full 10, but it was a long fucking time.
Yeah. And so Tom's driving her out to the middle of nowhere, but eventually going out to the cabin. And then Axel's calling Sarah saying, you're with him? And she's doing the yeah. And we're like, okay, get out of that car. Don't be with him. He's not who you think you are. So we got Axel suspecting Tom. Then we got Tom suspecting Axel. And Sarah's like, I want out of this fucking car. And Tom's like, you can't get out of this car.
Yeah.
So Sarah
awfully
grabs
controlling,
that wheel, just crashes it right into a tree. I'm like, yeah,
which is
finally.
insane. Who are you thinking it is at this point? Because Axel showed up right at the grocery store, like
Yeah, I
just
know.
in the nick of time to save Sarah. So who are you thinking at this point? It does a good job of just
Because
back and forth.
at this point, because when Red was murdered, all the other miners came in, found his body, and found Tom in that cage. Because of that, I didn't have a way in my head for Tom to have put himself in there and locked himself in. So I still couldn't think it was Tom, so I'm thinking it was Axel. But then I wasn't actually convinced it was Axel either. And so I'm like, is this just going to be like a random third person who I didn't even consider?
At that point, I was potentially considering Deputy Martin because he is also there when Axel's there. And I'm like, is it him randomly? But he didn't like even exist in the previous thing. So I'm like, there's no way it's someone who's unrelated to the original thing.
There's no way.
There's no way. We also established before the whole very controlling driving thing and she goes into the woods and whatnot, Harry went to their house with their kid and the nanny.
Yeah, that was
And
pointless.
does well, they had a point because it allowed them to do an homage to the original.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you guys have seen the original. Ryan, have you?
I have. I don't remember.
So there's a scene in a laundromat in the original where they find the body
Oh,
in
okay.
the washing machine. So that's where they end up finding the maid. And then of course their son is in danger. Also, okay, this is important. So Burke, who used to be the sheriff, meets up with Deputy Ferris, and they're going there to check out the house, and he's got his little handgun. If you watch this entire scene of them going to the house, his gun, 90% of the time, is pointed right at her.
Well, so the killer's gonna grab her, right? Then you shoot them both. One bullet.
You shoot the hostage. Yeah.
Yeah.
I watch Speed.
Yeah.
I know what to do.
Yeah, it's fine. They don't do so well against Harry either, because, oh god, I forget how the deputy lady dies, but I think Tom Atkins, he goes out with the pickaxe up through the lower jaw, and my thought was, I'm going to need some ice cream, Mr. Skinner, Hot Fuzz.
I'm with
because
you.
that's how Daniel's dead to the world. So again, there's not been a single kill in this that we've seen that I have not loved.
Just
A
a lot of relationship drama I don't love.
I don't
But
love
love all the murders
drama.
though. Big fan of
Daniel,
all the murders, huh?
Here's what you need to it's practical effects.
Wait, why are you explaining this to me?
Because you don't understand why we enjoy the on-screen gore. Because
no.
We know the artistry that had to go into that to make it look that way.
You're reading me all wrong, dog.
Oh my god!
I enjoy it.
Let me see.
Miss him with that bullshit.
I enjoy it as well, but I'm not grossed out by relationship drama like Kenny is.
Look, some people will go watch those movies where it's all just romance drama, like, oh god, there's infidelities and all that. I'm like, it's gross.
So Kenny in Fellowship of the Ring, throughout the entire Lord of the Rings trilogy, the Frodo and Sam story, were you not just screaming the entire time, oh, just fucking kiss already?
Those two needed to fuck, okay?
Yes, okay.
No,
it wasn't just me.
It's okay for two bros to just be bros.
Sometimes they can fuck.
But I also would have liked it if they had fucked too.
Everyone would have liked it as fuck.
Unresolved sexual tension in that movie. I'm with Kenny on this one. I needed that
Let
resolved.
Sam carry the load.
Let Sam carry the load.
I can carry the load for you.
I maybe look. Someone else put a ring on it, but I'm here to step up.
Oof.
Oh.
But I forgot to mention though, when Burke had the thing put through his lower jaw, the finish where he rips it out, the jaw comes flying.
Yeah, it was cool.
If you get a chance to watch this in 3D, all of those like really fucking work.
Now, the moment I knew it was not Axel, so they all somehow make their way back to like Tunnel 5 after Sarah's in the dilapidated house. She finds all the boxes of chocolate, and she's like, "Holy shit!"
In the closet, yeah.
They were hiding in the closet, and Axel's like, "It wasn't me." And then
because Axel thinks that she discovered something about his infidelity,
right?
Not a closet full of chocolates.
Now, question, I'm forgetting this. In that house, she is chased by Harry, right?
Yes, I have a note where she did like a solid dive out a window.
Yeah, 10 point.
People,
10 point
I don't
dive.
think I would dive out a window that good.
So
yeah, it's the upper
it's
floor
commitment.
window.
You gotta commit to it.
So that means,
it's good.
So that means that Tom had to have put on the uniform, the costume.
Yes. For the ones that get away from him, he has to have the costume on. And so we're saying it now. It's
Tom.
It's Tom. So for the ones that get away, he 100% has to put the costume on. For the ones that die, it could have just been Tom. Because this whole time, the movie, a lot of this is through Tom's eyes and we don't realize it. This is what Tom is seeing, or rather, like, Tom's blacking out. At this point, he still doesn't even realize he's Harry now.
Well,
Tom is mentally broke.
I don't think Tom ever realizes he's Harry. I think Harry just takes over.
I feel like there's a moment towards the end where maybe he's like when it shows the change. Maybe he doesn't ever realize it, but they do finally show him doing like a kind of transition. But I don't think he had the whole suit on every time.
Right. I don't think he had the suit on when he killed Red. But again, they didn't get away. But he does. I guess it's a convenience of the movie that in this instance he had to have been wearing it. Even though he didn't have to have been wearing it at any other time. No, he had to have been wearing it at the supermarket.
Right. I feel like he doesn't have the suit until he goes to the mine for the first time. So I feel like he doesn't have a suit at the motel. But then why does he already have a pickaxe?
He does have the suit at the motel. You see him on the camera.
Yeah. So why does he already have a pickaxe?
It's the suit because it has the bullet holes.
So, they explain it because he's already mentally broken when he's gotten back to the town. Maybe Harry's already been living in his head like that because we find out, he goes and digs up Harry and takes his suit.
Yeah, dog.
Oh, so yeah. No, that's not my problem. My problem is if he is wearing the suit in the cabin in the woods. That means he took it off at some point. I guess easy to do, to then go back into Tunnel 5 for our final whodunit showdown. But that means he was wearing it at the supermarket and he was wearing it at the motel, but maybe he wasn't if he was wearing it all the time when he's in kill mode, why wouldn't he just be wearing it again when he's going into the tunnel?
Yeah, I don't know. It is just a jumpsuit, though. They are designed to be able to get on and get off relatively quickly.
Yeah.
And it would just cover his other clothes. He wouldn't have to, like, undress.
Little nitpick.
Yeah, it's fine. First off, don't hang up your creepy miner suits like they did in this movie. Like, why would you just have them dangling all around like that? That's creepy.
Why were they falling down?
Yeah, that's the thing. What was triggering them to fucking
She was nudging him a little
fall? Yeah, I also... Well, yeah. Also, she should have just shot both men and been done with it.
bit. So when Final Confrontation, we got Axel, we got Tom, and they're all like, shoot the other guy, it's him. Shoot the other guy, it's him. And she's just telling him, they're saying, stop fucking moving!
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're right. But then Axel says,
You know what? Just shoot us both.
Shoot us both. And I'm like,
Tom's like, wait, what? No.
And I'm like, okay, it's not Axel.
Yeah. Axel's still a bit of a douchebag, but I think he does care for Sarah, but maybe it's kind of a possessive kind of caring. Like, no, I got you, Tom.
Yeah.
But Daniel, did you yell Persona?
When? I mean, I yell it a lot during a lot of times, during a lot of things, that most of the time during the day.
Whenever it's Tom sees Harry. So, okay, when Tom and Alex are there and Harry shows up back there, for a second there, they don't really tell us what's going on. So what were you thinking at that point? Who did you think was Harry?
Daniel.
Or were you...
No, he's talking to you.
Were you guys convinced?
Oh.
Because, Daniel, you'd seen this, right?
I've seen it, yeah.
Yeah, so who were you thinking... Ryan, this is fresh for you. Who were you thinking at that point? Were you thinking, like, this is in his head already?
Yes.
Okay, so at that point, you're like, nope, he's completely just seeing things.
Yeah, because the other two characters, when he says that, and it shows us Sarah and Axel, they're not reacting to anything.
Right.
And I'm like, oh, okay. They're just they kind of look there, and then they look back at him, and it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, and I feel so bad at that point for Tom, because, like, is that one of those things where, like, is it really, like, the main personality's fault there? Like, he doesn't even realize he's doing this.
He needs to have an identity moment, right? And kill off this other personality.
Kill, but no, you're always gonna find that one last room key as you're digging up your orange grove. How many people does Tom kill in this movie?
Oh God,
it's not 23, but it's
just Tom, or between Tom and Harry.
But just Tom.
They might have a count. I'll look. You guys keep talking.
I'm just saying. Tom should not survive.
That's one of those things. Like,
he done some bad
he does
things.
the thing. But that's one of those cases where, like, okay, I could see potentially, mental institute as opposed to prison, because
it's really more on whatever mental place he was at before letting him go.
Yeah, why would they because he had to have came there, and then nothing else triggered him when he got there. He had to have immediately, before he went to the motel, gone and dug up Harry, because, like you said, he was in the shot wearing...
So he already had... Yeah, those Tic Tacs were not doing it for him.
Maybe the death of his father triggered him.
Maybe. All I know is, as soon as they figure out it's Tom, Sarah sucks now because she does not shoot him.
I think if it had been Axel, I think she would have shot him.
Oh,
I would have shot him.
But she should have shot him like multiple times before he had a chance to axe pick Axel. But then we wouldn't get that cool effect of Tom coming down the passageway, breaking light bulbs, and then you know what I'm talking. What happens, Daniel?
The minor image flickers every time the light. Art.
It's pretty good. How do you feel about the ending?
So we get the recap of what actually happened. Like, we get to see the flashes to, like, how Tom bent the bar and locked himself in the cage with the pickaxe by poking it through. We get to see him digging up the body, but this is all not exactly in the right timeline, like time order, so I still don't know what all, happened there, when it happened. I like Jensen Ackles too much to be happy with him being the bad guy.
Well, how do you feel that, so at the end, Sarah has one shot left, so of course, when she takes the shot, it like goes through Tom's gut, hits some kind of tank with something in it, which causes an explosion. And then, but at the end of the movie, Tom pulls a Leon the Professional is walking out.
Yep.
In the like a rescue worker garb, so Tom walks away.
Yeah, he pulls it off there, and which again, I said he pulled off that outfit like way too like you're still at the scene, man. Get a little further away, then you can take off your disguise. I like an ending like that if they were ever gonna do something with it.
Yeah, they would have needed to make a sequel.
Yeah.
I
That's where I'm like,
I would have preferred that the explosion had just melted his entire body and we got to see it, or had his bits just get exploded down the tunnel.
I'm looking at the kills. I'm seeing 10 victims that are counted from the time that it was definitely Tom. Then if they want to count Megan's unborn baby, 11.
Only half as good as Harry.
Those are the ones where I don't know if that's just the ones we see.
I think that sounds about right.
But yeah, he doesn't have like just any of the things where like when Harry woke up in the hospital and just massacred everyone. And then Harry goes to the party and then massacres out. Like he never got like a big like group.
When Harry
that's
because
because
Sally,
The town they had a law passed that you can no longer be in groups of larger than 4.
They did really well when COVID hit, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. I honestly do think Halloween Ends owes a lot to this movie.
Da-da.
Maybe just that whole new trilogy in general. There's a lot that I think this movie did better.
Whoa, hold on, friend.
Look, I still like them. I'm not saying I don't, but there's a lot like this. If you made a super cut, I wouldn't necessarily.
You know, you might be right because that second movie really sours beyond a lot of it.
If you do a super, I still like the second movie.
You're wrong.
But if you do a nice tight super cut of the first and second of that new Halloween trilogy, I think you'd have.
Well, I would do a real tight cut with all 3 of them, and you would just take the second one out.
Well,
read the novelization of the second one. It'll open your eyes, buddy.
No, that's fan fiction. Why would I read that?
No, it's good. It's great.
did you guys like this movie?
Yes.
It's a hell of a good time. Like this is how you reboot something. Oh, I guess it didn't really read.
And then never touch it again.
And never touch it again.
Yes,
this is
perfect.
You get yourself a hot young cast of up and comers. Maybe you see them a lot on TV. You get some established horror icons.
You think they didn't do another one because then Supernatural exploded?
I did make a note whenever he blew up that his career blew up too. Well, this was 2009. What had he done up to this point?
Well, obviously Smallville.
He was on Dawson's as well.
He was on Your Mom.
Let's see here. He was on an episode of Wishbone.
I don't know what the fuck that is.
I don't know.
He was in 448 episodes of Days of Our Lives. Our mothers were watching Jensen before we were.
I didn't know that.
That's like I said.
Shit.
Your Mom.
Your mom, yeah. Dark Angel. He was the little brother, right?
Fuck if
Or
I
something.
know. What?
We'd have to ask Ben that one. He was in a crappy little horror movie called Devourer in 2005. When did Supernatural start? Supernatural started in 2005, so this was already 4 years in.
Right, and
So they
that's
were
when it
near
started. That's when it started getting big. Yeah.
Yeah, it was near the end of it. He also did that Jason Todd voicing the Batman Under the Red Hood movie pretty quick after that.
He did a bunch of he did movies and then he just didn't.
Damn good.
You know.
He does a lot of TV, but he still kind of seems like he spreads out his work. But it's still, I feel like he's always been there for me, you know?
His whole split personality thing made me think of Liquid Snake living in Ocelot
Okay.
in Metal Gear.
Yeah.
You guys think that?
Nope. That's a hot
No,
take.
but it's
it's not a hot take, but
there's a lot of movies that do that really well.
for recommendations, I think the killer in this is very similar to the killer in Deadly Premonition, the video game.
We need to do a playthrough of that.
Oof.
It's a good time.
I recommend the original, obviously. I'm trying to think of another just solid, like, wall-to-wall, like, little slasher like this. That's just... If you want to do something fun and have something where you've got an older one and then a nice little updated remake, The Town That Dreaded Sundown. You can watch the original that, and then watch the kind of faux reboot type sequel thing. That's very similar.
Pretentious.
Pretentious? You didn't like The Town That Dreaded Sundown?
It was pretentious.
I enjoyed them.
Quaint.
Brian, did you watch those?
Yeah. Trombone.
Yeah.
How many trombones can you fit into a band student, Daniel?
I don't. You know, I say pretend. I don't think I've actually seen it. Pretentious.
Okay, so Ryan, you've seen the original, but Daniel, you have not.
Original what?
My Bloody Valentine.
Nar.
Okay, so when we eventually do that, you guys will be basically flip-flopping roles. It's good.
Does
It's
it
not
have
as
a
fun as
twist?
This.
Oh yeah,
I don't know how much I want to tell you.
Tell me whatever you want. I'm here, baby.
it's got a lot of tongue twisting.
Hold on, I'll mute you guys. You guys talk about it. Boop, you're muted. Go
I don't
ahead.
remember
You're
a
a
damn thing about that movie.
You're a mutant. I remember some of the kills. I remember some of the shots.
I remember it looks like 80s.
It does.
Yeah, so that'll be fun.
If this movie had come out after the Halloween, like, recent trilogy.
But unfortunately, due to the linear nature of time, this could not be
Right.
the case.
How much would you have loved to actually see? Like, so you know the scene where Michael is literally pinballing from house to house across, and it's
When
just,
he's
like, one
sharking,
great
yeah.
shot. Yeah, when he's just fucking murdering all these people from house to house. The amount of carnage that Harry was able to cause, but it was all off screen. I would have loved to have seen Harry be able to just
It would have been like all the
tear through.
Well-
if instead of getting a bunch of things doing like the hallway fight in one take, we get like the horror movie long take of murder.
Go on.
Well, I mean, it's what you said.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, I yeah.
Go on. No, that was it.
Okay, I thought you were gonna
Elaborate?
add
No,
on
I
to
don't.
that.
I don't
Yeah.
do that.
We don't elaborate here.
I don't do
No,
that.
I think I that's my only thing
Elaborate this.
that I want more of out of this movie was I got to see the aftermath, and maybe it's one of those cases where your imagination is going to be better than how it actually happened. But all the kills we did see were phenomenal. So how did Harry tear that person in half in the hospital bed?
Well, he didn't.
He did. There were legs on the ground.
No. That person came into the hospital like that.
Oh, that's a good reason to go to the
They tripped and
hospital.
fell. Very good, Dan.
Yeah,
Very good.
They had just sewn his lower half back on, and all he had to do was tear the stitches.
That's why he was in the hospital.
You know, Daniel,
Legs-
I look. Harry was tearing people apart like they were unwanted Valentine's Day cards, just ripping them in half, tossing them to the
Ripping 'em
side.
Oh, there's the metaphor.
It's all about Hallmark.
Hallmark and
Yeah.
the bullshit of bullshit, you know?
Yeah.
You guys get it.
Can I hit
Look,
stop now?
This is well, no,
Oh,
but no,
oh.
there's some
Going
other
on 2
fun
hours.
slashers I'd
Okay.
recommend for more modern fun slashers. I'd say obviously I Know What You Did Last Summer, Young Teens.
That ain't modern.
Whodunit. It's around the same time as this probably. You can go watch Scream, like any of the ones where you got a good big ensemble.
That's like
cast of
20
young
years
people.
old.
Don't even worry about it, dog. Like go watch any of those movies.
Ain't modern.
Go watch them. And this got a 5.4. How do you guys feel about that?
Should be a
What, Daniel? It should be a what? Don't back down. You tell us. What should it be?
should be a wait, what number did you say?
5.4.
Should be a 5.5.
Oh shit.
Oh, whoa. Sides have been chosen. It is slightly
Look.
better than an average number. Oh, this is at
I'd give
least
it
a
a 7.
6.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? I'll give it a 7.
This is
I don't do
getting to Ryan.
numbers.
It's a fun movie. It's a good movie.
It's a
I'm
fun
gonna
movie.
give it a fruit. You ready?
Oh yeah? Come on.
Pineapple.
Everybody loves pineapple.
I was gonna go with
That's
passion.
pizza. Ooh. Passion makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah. Watch this. Go watch other fun things.
And be sure to join us next time, folks, for 2018 or 19s, depending on what you're looking at. Derailed. That's D-railed. We got ourselves a spooky train movie. That's good. You'll just have to find out next time on the show that you're listening to now. You know where to get it. But not everyone else knows where to go. And you need to tell them so they can come watch Derailed and then hear us talk about it. So go do that. Make magic happen, folks. Let's do it.
Well, I hate to break everybody's heart, but we've already been here for 2 hours on our end. I don't know how long it's going to be for you guys to listen. Let's get out of here, and we'll definitely totally have this released in time for Valentine's Day. Even though we recorded this after Valentine's Day.
We were busy on Valentine's Day.
We're your horrible at scheduling things podcast, Horrible Opinions, and as always, I've been your hunky host, Kenny.
I've been your
Lot Lizard.
I've been your lot lizard, Daniel.
I don't got time to bleed the line, Ryan.
We'll see you next time.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Belated a little bit.